You're like, I can't concentrate with this salsa y
I can't
merengue.
concentrate with all this Latino-ness in the background.
So, what's LatinX mean?
It's LatinX.
What does that mean?
I think I'm a Latinx. What does Latinx stand for? Here, let's go with this one. Used in a way, Latinx is mainly a placeholder to describe those who identify as part of the Latino or Latina or Hispanic community instead of including the interrogation of race, queerness, and gender identity. So, I guess I am a Latinx.
Yeah. You would give that term to someone if you don't know what's going on in their some kind of Latin background, basically.
I'm so a Latinx.
Do you think it's derogatory?
No, I don't think it's derogatory at all. I don't believe it is.
Everyone just gets so offended about stuff. I never want to say anything. It's like you don't even want to look at people. You're just like, hi, thank you, goodbye.
So basically, instead of say Latino or Latina, some people just want to say a Latinx.
Miss Latinx,
Mm-hmm.
talk to me about your first boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever. If you're Latinx, we're not sure what you had first. It's just my understanding.
Your first other Latin.
Yes.
It was a he. He's dead now.
Literally?
I killed him in my brain. No, the first boyfriend I had, or whatever you want to call that, was when I was, I guess, in the end of high school, more towards like right after high school. And we dated for about 2 years. And he was like the guy I had to end up coming out with, but he wasn't really sure about his life.
Quick question, when did you come out?
I was 20.
Oh, okay.
2021
Okay.
when it happened. It was like somewhere in that birthday area. I want to say it was like 20, literally turning 21.
Okay.
It was right before my birthday.
Okay.
And it was a messy time.
It's a messy time for anyone that's going out.
It was messy.
Friday was just National Coming Out Day.
It was my mom's birthday.
Did you come out?
He was just confused. Yeah, he was just confused.
Okay. Okay, so he was playing both sides of the fence.
Yeah, and then one day he just abruptly, like, he went from being like super, like, we were just like our everything, and out of the blue he kind of just ghosted me, changed his number, because his family told him to.
Okay.
So
have you been in touch with him since? Or
no, absolutely not.
is he around here?
Down the street.
Okay.
He does not live far from here.
Wow.
Mhm.
You've never bumped into him since?
No, and I think it's honestly destiny that we don't bump into each other, because I wouldn't know. That was a big period in my life, and it really caused a lot of issues for me. Something that affected me basically for the rest of my life.
It's funny how people can elicit those feelings from you so long after stuff happens, and you're just like frozen in a time from so long ago, and you just can see them or hear about them, and you're like inside, and it's like it's just 800 different feelings all at once.
That was over 10 years ago, and I think it would bring me right back to that moment where I felt like I was my weakest ever.
Vulnerable.
Yeah, it just not a good place to go back to, so I think that's why.
Yeah.
And I think I always felt like at the end of all this that happened with me and that person, I felt like I was the one that got the shit under the stick, if you will, because he was able to walk away from everything and, you know, live a normal life.
Is
I
he
was
with a girl?
the one, yeah. I was the one that had
holding the
to, yeah, I had my own journey to go through, we'll just say, but everything was just different for me, and he pretended like nothing ever happened. I think that's the part that really hurt the most.
So you felt like an experiment.
Oh, totally.
And that's at the course.
I
of
think for the rest of my life, I'm
Yeah.
gonna be an experiment. How about you?
Okay, well, you're not an experiment.
I know.
So as you know, you don't know, I was a wild child. I was hiding a lot from my parents when I was younger. From like the time I was like 15, I got very secretive.
Did you meet your first boyfriend on Amazon Messenger?
So, when I was 15 and I was starting to go out,
yeah,
I didn't look like I was 15. I looked like I was in my 20s.
Oh God, this is what. Okay.
So,
listening.
I went from looking like a kid to looking like an adult. And, I mean, I couldn't help that, but I started going out, and I was hanging out in places that 15-year-olds shouldn't be out, but I mean, I was dressing nicely. I was going out in Boston, like...
Wait, who?
And, like, I was, like, drinking.
Who was bringing you over there?
Friends that could drive, because I had friends that were older, that had the licenses.
What was your, like, curfew?
I was always home when I was supposed to be home.
Okay, I'm listening.
So, my curfew was like midnight, I think, in high school. I think once I was home late.
Midnight in high school?
Yeah, is that late?
Lucy wanted me home at 11 when I was 21, going to the pub.
Okay, well, I never told them where I was.
Okay, well, go ahead. Tell us about how you were doing crack.
So,
like 35-year-old men.
So, 35. Oh my God, older than that. So,
oh my God, this story keeps getting worse.
Yeah,
go ahead.
So I was going out, lying about my age, getting fed drinks, and doing all kinds of things I shouldn't be doing at 15. You should, never mind in general. And I wound up meeting someone in their 40s at 15, lying about my age, saying I was like, oh yeah, I'm 19, 20, whatever I said. I don't even remember at this point.
Oh my God, this is
but I know I was lying about my age.
Okay.
And I kept in touch with this particular person over the time. When I actually turned 18, I started to spend some time with this person, and this person wound up becoming my first.
Okay.
If you will. This is the person I almost moved to Florida with.
Okay.
Didn't wind up going, obviously. He broke up with me, and I went nuts after that. I won't even get into that part of the story, but I really lost it. I became unglued, because you gotta think about it. You're 15, you're 18, you don't know what you're doing. You're a child.
Yeah.
Your emotions are crazy. You have to hide a certain part of your sexuality. I mean, it's not like it is now where everything's like, okay,
different.
Everything was compartmentalized. It was like 2 wardrobes, 2 closets, 2 lives, 2 sets of friends, lying, sneaking, hiding, and it's like exhausting.
Everything, yeah.
And I lost it. I just completely fell apart. And I didn't fall apart again until I was 30 years old. I did a pretty good job with that.
Yeah. I only fell apart briefly once, and that was with my, like, I don't know, third boyfriend, the last boyfriend I had 90 years ago.
2012, 2013.
Yeah, that motherfucker.
Yeah. Yes, because you were still hanging out with him when I was at home, just eating ice cream on the floor, crying.
Like, he was one of those crazy guys that was like, and I love you, like 2 days later after you meet them. And I was just kind of in a place in my life, and I was just like, whatever, just try something new. And I was like, I don't love you, but I'll just be like... So we went along with that, but he was crazy, obviously, because he said I love you, like, within 2 days, so...
You loved him.
I don't know that I loved him. I loved the idea.
Okay, there's a difference, yeah.
And by idea, he was a drug dealer, so I love the idea of being like a drug lord princess. That's all what it was. I want to be like Queen of the South.
Oh my God, my parents love that show.
See?
They always watch it on Netflix.
Notifications, marijuana's on sale. Speaking of the drug dealer.
Kate heard us.